Okay, so we did some more helmet mods. I think this is the last thing we told you about. Thermometer, it's bitching. I need to paint this, I think. I'm gonna ask you guys. Some of you guys know more about shit than I do about some things. Is there any reason not to cover up the red ball on the thermometer? Guess direct sunlight temperature, maybe? I don't know. Also, I broke my fucking nail clippers, so sorry about my nails. They're long and they're dirty because I've been doing shit. I have a second pair of nail clippers, but they suck, and I haven't got the other ones in the mail yet, so there we go. Anyway, helmet modifications. First off, this color is a World War II tank top. I found a piece of from, I camoed a rifle with a bunch of shit, and that was some of it. I had a piece of that, so I cut it up into strips and used what I had of it in this. Also, I got the Rhino mount in. Its fucking mercury switch is all weird and fucking making noise. I don't know, I might send that shit back. This is what I hate about fucking some things. Like, I tried to save like some money and get this for $20 cheaper. And the person who is selling it doesn't know enough to know that this thing is fucked beyond repair. Really. Like, I can get a replacement one of these. Maybe. It's difficult to get. Most people who are into this sort of shit throw this mount away and get a new mount when that is out, apparently. So, I'm reaching out to see if anyone's got a spare, basically. A couple of my friends think they might have one, so know what you're selling and whether it's broken or not. And like, you'd be like, oh, well, return it on eBay. Well, I paid like $8 shipping. I'm gonna have to pay like $8 shipping back. So he sold me his garbage. Like, I'm leaving him a bad review. That's what he should get. I don't really want my money back. I wanted this not to be fucked up. Anyway, maybe that's pissy. Maybe I should fucking reach out and see if he'll fix it. But like, how's he gonna fix it? I don't like going to the fucking post office. I don't like going to fucking UPS, FedEx, or whatever. So like, I don't know. I don't like returning shit. I'd rather try to fix this one. In addition to that, we got the Gucci calculator, which, pull this off. I need to get more Velcro up there to hold that on or something. Need to work on that, but the calculator. Solar powered, it's big and full size and you can really use it, but yet it's small. Like, this is an Altoids 10. So, I don't know why I would need a calculator, but there's so many uses for a calculator, I'm going to pack it. Because it weighs next to nothing, and I found one that I like for $5. This is a $5 calculator. Okay, I have this duct tape, this Velcro tape, just to hook shit together and make things and whatever. I have a bunch of it, so that's free. And the paint I have is free. I've spent $1.70 on the Gucci logo thing, if you want one of those. I think I'm gonna make a few of these and sell them. And like, the goal in selling these is not, hey man, buy this thing, it's awesome. It's like, hey, this is art, you're supporting the artist kind of a thing. If you want one of these, you can go make one. If you want one that I made, I think I'm probably gonna charge way more than it's worth. But I'm not gonna make very many. And the paint actually came out looking cool. I'm gonna keep this one because I kind of fucked it up a little bit, but that's why the touch up there. Like, I was in a hurry and didn't want to wait on the decals and shit. I don't know. It's fucking dope. Either way. This thing, I need more Velcro. That's part of the issue up here. We didn't put enough on in the first place. And then that's part of it. What happened there? Okay, well, it got burned. So that's why it's not holding. I guess I need to replace that Velcro tape. Must have happened when I was burning those knots. Well, anyway, well, that would answer that. I need to put a bigger piece of tape there anyway, like I was saying. That'll hold this on better. That's why that keeps being loose. I know you're like, why would you have so much shit bolted to that helmet? Blah, 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 blah. This isn't like a CQB helmet. This is, hey, we're living out in the woods and we need shit with us. What kind of shit do we need to always have with us? Some of that shit's attached to our helmet because it takes room out of other places. Like, go watch any of the guys patrolling around fucking Vietnam. You will see all sorts of shit in their helmet bands, okay? If they had had this shit, they would have been doing the same. Not all of this is handy. I'm kind of experimenting and showing you live on camera, and like, you can take the best of this and, you know, use what sticks or whatever. Like the scrim, legitimately, that was free and does a lot for this helmet. The patches and shit are basically free to do, and they're cool. The counterweight, if you need it for something that you got on your noggin, this one is free to make without the Beskar logo and the heat treatment. You can just go buy a piece of steel and cut it. Put some Velcro tape on it. Paint it. I'm going to do that for some to sell. I'm also going to get a OpsCore counterweight, I think, to put down here for myself because I think it would look dope. I already have one of my own counterweights on here. I don't see a reason to put another one. I moved my O positive to here. I am O positive. I don't know if that matters to anyone, but, you know, O positive clan, unite. I also added a, do I look like I give a fuck? Because I don't. And I'm going to add a couple of, I have two Barber dimes. One's from 1908, one's from 1909. I'm thinking I'm going to epoxy them here. Maybe around here. I don't know. I'm going to do the cut and modification for the chin strap soon. I've been hesitating to do that because I wanted to get the parts in, and I kind of wanted to see where I wanted shit and, you know, various other things. It's the biggest, hardest to do modification to this whole thing, and you need the chin strap to do it, and you kind of need some of the rest of this at least sorted out, especially on the inside, because like where you place that chin strap relates to this shit. Anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying the helmet modification series, whatever this is. Like, I think this is dope. I'm probably gonna leave that Tikka gray, and I'm gonna leave the Rhino mount alone. But like this thing, I just went ahead and sprayed. I don't give a fuck about it. The turtle, I actually kind of think is funny on there, so I'm keeping it, especially since the tragedy happened with the MRE spoon. Yeah, the scrim broke it. It was sticking out halfway through the scrim, and it got caught on something, and it just snapped it. So I'm gonna order another one of those. I don't have any MREs right now. Everything I have is Mountain House and fucking canned goods. MREs are on my list of things to buy, but like, it's one of those things that when everyone was like, I'm gonna go buy a case of MREs, not yet. It's not time yet. Basically, yeah, you should buy them if you have the money. Like, it's one of those things, like, I didn't start prepping combat gear and MREs until it looked like we were going to get invaded, which it does. I don't know exactly when and where that's going to happen from, but that's because of shit Biden's doing. We're either going to be invaded by a foreign army, or we're going to have an occupying government come here and use our own military and police forces against us, basically. And that's, you know, my interpretation of events. You'd be like, oh, well, it's the Democrats running things. The Democrats are the Chinese Communist Party. That's my view. If they're not that, they're worse. I really don't like the Democrats at all. And I don't think we can trust them. And we definitely can't trust the Chinese. And we definitely can't trust the Russians. So, you know, if you learn something from some of this shit, good. Most of this is kind of what I would put on a helmet. I'm gonna have to figure out a new place to put the spoon. I'd like to have a pin on here too. I might put a pin up there. It's a good place to hide something under the scrim, at least. I like my ghetto homemade scrim. Honestly, it looks like some World War II shit. Well, talk about the Rhino mount. Why this mount? That's, probably something worth doing. This is the best mount made for the PVS-7. This is the Titanium Rhino 2 made by Norotos. It has the PVS-7's mount in it because they were using it with the PVS-14, and this is a lighter mount than what they were originally using with the PVS-7. So this is the most badass thing made for it, and it's $100. And I would buy a new one, because apparently if you buy a used one, you're going to get one you need parts for. I'll see you guys later.